Let's remove the covers. This will make it easier to get the furnace inside the house. As I mentioned before, it's a new design. So this is an extra piece in comparison to what we had in the past. Again, just to contain all the connections in one spot, so that way if anything is leaking, it's all contained. Always place something on the floor so you make sure you don't cause any property damage. Now, same like we did before, we're gonna tape all of this so that way we make sure it's no air leakage anywhere. Sometimes, just as a reminder, make sure you kind of pause, look, think, and run everything before you get too far into the project. All right, so now we're going to hook up the electrical wiring. This is not enclosed in conduit because that's the way it was, and we don't have the space here, so we'll be protected. Some jurisdictions do require this to be enclosed in conduit. However, some of this falls under the HUD, BOCA home and all that, so it can be exposed as long as it's not susceptible to damage. Everything will be behind the drywall, so no wire will be exposed for kids or people to grab onto it or anything like that, so we are good to go. We're also running the thermostat wire parallel to the electrical. So I just installed the junction box here so we can make our connections instead of having them out in an exposed area. We are gonna connect our wires inside the box so everything is nice and concealed. So we are going to run the wires from the furnace inside this box. Now everything, like I mentioned before, it's nice and protected. So we are going to put a connector right here. You can't have any wires penetrate any box without any protection. So we are using one of the connectors, it's like a Romex connector, to run our wires through it. That way everything is protected in plastic. This is the new evaporator coil. You see the A2L sensor right here and a wire that needs to be connected to the control board and the thermostat wires. And we also have the bag with a flexible hose for the drain line and the plates to cover the evaporator coil panel. Everything is in one kit, so should be ready to go. So we are sliding in the new evaporator coil. Everything is nicely taped, as you can see, so we are ready to slide the coil in. We have a nice big cabinet in here, so everything should slide in pretty easy. The next step is going to be piping in the drain line here, and we are going to do the overflow switch and run the line sets. Make sure your pipes are nicely lined up. He connected the drain line to the elbow. Sometimes you can do it from up top, but considering the limited space we have here, sometimes it's easier to send it out from the bottom. He applied glue to the drain line prior to sending it up, so it's all nice and glued.